It's Exodus right here on your Classic Metal Show with some Metal Command.
Yeah, pal.
And just before that, we heard Slayer with Skeletons of Society. Kind of dovetails in with World War III.
Yes. What you think of that World War III song, huh?
Loved it. Loved the New Testament.
It's a great record, man.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the amazing thing. There's certain bands that, even though they have a 30-plus year legacy, some of the material that they're putting out today is just as strong, if not stronger, than their classic stuff.
I'll put that Testament right there. I say it's like the best thing they've done since probably like The Gathering. Do you agree with that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it definitely fits right in with the catalog.
Yeah, it's so good. Love it. Love it a lot, man.
I like it as well. So, very cool stuff.
Man, we're having all kinds of problems with the fucking Skype tonight.
Just not working right?
No, I couldn't record that last segment. I can't download the Nalbandian segment. Now, this one says it's recording, but God knows if it's going to let me download it, so I don't know what's going on. And I even tried it on my iPad, too, and it must be something going on with Skype, not us.
Okay.
Because I couldn't even download the Nalbandian segment on the iPad, so I don't know what the fuck is going on, but whatever. Technology. Ain't it great?
Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
I don't know if you were aware of this or not, but apparently the band Genesis is reuniting.
I heard that, yeah.
And what I found interesting is, given Phil Collins' condition, his physical condition,
Right.
he's been out there obviously touring solo. But now they're planning a reunion tour later this year.
Okay.
And according to what he said, even though he's kind of fucked up, he says he's gonna still play a couple of songs on the drums. He's gonna actually drum.
They better put a set of bongos in his lap in the chair that he sits in. He does not need to be behind the kit.
How did he get so decrepit? That's the whole thing.
He's got to have some disease. Got to.
Do you think it's from the years of drumming?
No, I think he has a disease.
Really? Okay.
Phil Collins illness. He's got to have something, because he went from zero to hero in no time.
Yeah.
It just says he's partially deaf.
It's all broken down.
Here's an article called "What's Wrong with Phil Collins?"
What is wrong with Phil Collins?
Inside Stars health battles as he was forced to use a wheelchair. Let's see. This might have our answer. 68-year-old who's been plagued by astonishing health issues for a decade looked frail as he arrived for the show in Atlanta, Georgia. And just the next day, the brave rocker fell backwards off his chair.
Oh, my God.
While watching his son, Nicholas, 18, do a drum solo at the Spectrum in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And so he's watching his kid, and he fell over.
Well, I guess his son is going to be the drummer for this tour.
All right, here we go. The 80s icon's health has been deteriorating since 2009, when he injured a vertebrae in his upper neck while performing. So, yeah, I guess it is the years of drumming. He snapped his neck or some shit. Now he's all fucked up. Now he has crippling nerve damage that leaves him unable to play the drums.
So did he snap his fingers and snap his neck?
Yeah, must open for prom. That sucks. And it really sucks to see that guy, just struggle the way he does, because he was kind of a likable icon.
Yeah, well, yeah, he kind of like an upbeat, kind of a silly, kind of kind of carefree kind of guy.
Yeah, nobody not named Peter Gabriel has anything bad to say about Phil Collins.
No, I mean he's had a great career with Genesis. He's had a great solo career. He's written a lot of great songs. I mean, the guy has had a 50+ year career.
Yeah, he's like the only outsider that ever played with Led Zeppelin.
True.
I mean, he's had quite the cool career, man. And And it just saw another one. Another good guy that ends up being fucked up in his life. And yet Vince Neil and fucking Bret Michaels continue right on down the road.
With no issues.
No issues. You know, Vince Neil stinks, can't perform, is a piece of shit, you know, gets fat, loses weight, gets fat, loses weight, and just keeps making money. And then there's Phil Collins, you know, beloved by everyone. Everybody likes Phil Collins, don't they?
Anybody who likes, Genesis or poppy, sing-along tunes, of course, they like Genesis or Phil Collins.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever heard anybody say, fucking Phil Collins, he fucking sucks?
No, not at all.
You've never, ever heard that from anyone. And he's the one in a wheelchair falling over watching his kid perform.
Jeez.
It's fucked up, man.
I agree.
Sad.
Well, Genesis reunites for the first tour in 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
Rock band Genesis have reformed for a tour 13 years after their last performance together. Tony Banks, Phil Collins, and Mike Rutherford confirmed the reunion on Zoe Ball's BBC Radio 2 show on Wednesday.
Oh, they did the Zoe Ball show?
The Zoe Ball show.
Great.
At least they weren't on the Burt show.
Not yet.
Not yet. We all felt, why not? Collins told BBC News, it sounds a bit of a lame reason, but we enjoy each other's company and we enjoy playing together.
Oh, well, there you go.
The trio will be joined on stage by Collins' 18-year-old son, Nicholas, who replaces his father on the drums.
Okay.
The star suffered from nerve damage during Genesis' last tour in 2007, which left him unable to play for extended periods of time. Nicholas has since stepped in as the drummer at Collins' solo show, and his presence helped inspire the Genesis reunion, Banks said.
Right.
He could sound like Phil, and it gave us a whole idea how we could do it because we knew Phil couldn't be the drummer on the road again, the keyboard player said. The veteran band, whose hits include Land of Confusion and I Can't Dance. See, they picked those songs out of all the songs.
Land of Confusion, and what's the other one?
I Can't Dance.
I Can't Dance. Ah.
That's like the end of their recording career.
It's like the worst songs that they did.
Terrible.
How about like Abacab or something?
That's what I'm saying. They picked those as the most familiar songs.
Or Mama, or, Genesis has 1 million hits, and they go with those two. What was...
Follow You, Follow Me.
Yeah, was Jesus He Knows Me taken? I mean... Wasn't that one of their fucking awful hits at the end, too?
Something awful like that.
Something terrible. What about Illegal Alien? That anymore.
Would that be racist today, that Illegal Alien song?
I bet they don't perform it.
You don't think?
Fuck no, they're not performing that.
Oh, hell no.
It's no fun being an undocumented person.
Right.
Pull that up for me. I'm
doing that as we speak. I'm thinking the exact same way. Because that Mama record was absolutely phenomenal.
Mama's great.
I played the shit out of that.
Still do. I still do. Home by the Sea and Second Home by the Sea.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? I love that.
And that's probably my favorite album, the self-titled Genesis record.
Well, exactly. They remastered it in 2007.
Okay.
And love it. I absolutely love it. Here it is.
All right.
I got out of bed not feeling too good with my wallet and my passport and my new pair of shoes.
Well, at least he had a passport.
Exactly.
So he was semi-allowed to be here.
Exactly. At least he was documented.
Yeah, no kidding.
Shining, so I head for the
So he goes to the park with a bottle of tequila and a new pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, I'm imagining that this wouldn't go over well with...
That's stereotypical, man!
You'll see Nancy Pelosi fucking mumble into herself while her teeth float around her face, and you should boycott this tour. It's very, very racist.
I don't want you playing in my city of shit and needles. As our good friend Jericho Green says, the city of shit and needles.
Do not come to hold on a minute while I adjust my teeth. Do not come to my city and play that disgusting song.
Right.
Fucking bitch.
Got a cousin and she got a friend who thought that I knew a man who could help. At his apartment, I knocked on the door. He wouldn't come out until he got paid. Now don't tell anybody what I wanna do. If they find out, you know that they'll never let me through.
So don't tell anybody what I want to do, because if they find out, they'll never let me through.
Yeah. And they'll call ICE.
Exactly. You know what I find funny?
What's
is that all these English bands, whether it's the Who or the Stones or Genesis or Black Sabbath or any one of them, a lot of their music or a lot of their subject material in their songs are American centric.
That's because they made all their money here.
That's my point. But they're from England, but they sing about American things.
Yeah, well, they want to spew their, they know where their bread is buttered. They want to make their money.
Yeah, and the funny thing is a lot of them end up living here and moving here.
Yeah, of course they do.
But yet America is always bad because it's racist or because it's, they keep illegals out and this and that. They live here and enjoy all the benefits of this country, but yet they complain bitterly about it.
Yeah, they enjoy not being taxed at like 95% or whatever.
If this is a problem for you, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I love it here.
Well, they're legal aliens. That's why Phil is okay.
It's like, why don't you go back where you fucking came from if it's a problem for you?
Well, it's not a problem for him. It's a problem for those poor people that can't come across.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Fuck them.
He's singing, this is a look at culture, not him.
Sure.
Well, certainly.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Phil is saying anything bad, but I notice a lot of these, these celebrities, musicians, actors, whoever it is, they always come here and they live and they enjoy the benefits and the tax breaks and all the things that they get. But then they go, oh, it's fucking racist. It's this, it's that. It's like, fuck you. Go back where you came from. What are you doing here?
Don't you know that you're supposed to get all the good things about America plus all the things that they wanted in their country? That's not supposed to work. You're supposed to get everything.
Yeah, whatever. But this song definitely could not be played today except here on the CMS.
Yeah, there's nowhere else going to play this song anywhere.
All right, here we go. I like the fact that it's no fun being an illegal alien.
Should it be fun being a criminal?
No. Go back where you came from. Go back to your own home country. Make your home country better. Don't come here and soak up everything that the great things that this country has to offer and then expect to be treated as if you're a contributor to our society.
It's not supposed to be fun to be on the lam.
Yeah.
And that's what they're basically saying is you got here illegally. Well, you got to hide out. Well, no shit. That's not supposed to be fun.
No, let's use Chuck Schumer's verbiage. They're living in the shadows.
Yeah, well, and I got news for Phil. That's not supposed to be pleasant.
No, you're not supposed to be here. That's why it's called illegal.
Yeah, well, it's not anymore. Undocumented.
All right, whatever.
I don't say those words anymore, Neely.
Sure.
Racist.
All right.
Stand at the office at the fill out the forms. A pink one, a red one, the colors you choose. Up to the counter to see what they think. They said,
what's funny?
What?
Is Phil is singing this with like an affect on his voice.
Yeah, of course. He's trying to do his Spanish out. That's it. Gonzalez.
That's the whole thing. And isn't that quote unquote cultural appropriation?
Well, now it is. Back then, it was just funny.
Yeah, of course. But he's singing like he's like a Mexican.
Yeah, of course. That's his impression of Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah,
of course.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But he is intentionally putting an affect on his vocals to make him sound like he's like a Mexican.
Yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't come out on Twitter or Instagram and
apologized. I
apologized.
apologize for his album I released 36 years ago.
Just like to say that I was very insensitive in 1982.
I wasn't aware at that time.
I wasn't as knowledgeable, but now I'm woke. Barely woke because I'm almost dead, but right. I'm woke. And I realized that, in fact, from now on, that song will not be on the album.
Yeah, we're removing it from any future editions.
That's right.
What a bunch of faggots.
Yep.
I don't trust anybody, least around here, 'cause it's no fun being an illegal alien. I tell you, it's no fun being an illegal alien. No, it's no fun being an illegal alien. I mean it when I tell you that it's no fun being an illegal alien. An illegal alien.
It's so funny that they use the keyboards and horns to make like a mariachi band.
So I'm curious, what do you think? Is YouTube going to give us a copyright strike for playing this song or a content strike for talking about illegal aliens?
Probably both.
You think both?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the one that probably overrides is content strike.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what we get to this week, content strike, not copyright.
But how
strike.
dare you speak about that?
Yeah, of course.
You faggots. Fuck you, YouTube. You hear me? You hear all the banter in the background?
Yeah, it's all like, arriba, arriba.
Arriba, America, going into America.
Gives me a cerveza.
What do you think possessed them to even write a song like this?
Who knows? I mean, was that even a thing in 1982?
This was 80. I think this came out in 83, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it 82, 83, somewhere in there?
It was like 83 or 80. I'm pretty sure it's 83 this album came out.
Let's take a look. Genesis.
Because I was working at Camelot Music when this came out.
I stole this one from this was one of those 13 albums for a penny.
I was in college working at Camelot Music.
October 3rd, 1983.
See, I knew it.
Nope. Yeah! Arriba!
Consideration for your fellow man.
What are you doing with that affect, Phil?
Oh, yo, fellow man. He's cooking me a taco in a rounded shaped pan. Is that the... Oh, all right.
But it would fit right in.
It'd be perfect.
Not hurt anybody. It sure fits in with my plan.
Over the border.
That is where I go. I going to go there. Maybe I see the snow.
I love the fact that he puts an affect on his on his diction.
Someone put the picture of him in there from the video where he was trying to look like a Mexican.
Yeah, wasn't he wearing a sombrero or something in the video?
Maybe, but look at that photo. Phil Collins is a Mexican.
Oh, he is, yeah. He's got the big Sanchez mustache.
That is hysterical. The big old muff cleaner there he's got on his face.
So funny. It's just like I'm really surprised that somebody hasn't just like nailed them for that.
Yeah, Genesis has gotten away with this.
Yeah, look what they did. Look what they did. They were stigmatizing the Mexicans.
Yeah.
How great is that? I love it.
I love it. It's hysterical.
Is the promised land where everything comes easy. You just hold out your hand.
That's due to white privilege, pal.
All right, I'm going to disagree with Rock and Roll Cola up and down all day long. He says, yes, we're a better band than Genesis. No fucking way.
No.
Maybe more musically talented as players, but song-wise, no fucking way.
No. Yeah, listen to Seconds Out.
Listen to everything except for this kind of silliness. You know, listen to everything leading up to this album and half of this album.
Yeah.
You know, I love this album, but I could see where you wouldn't like Illegal Alien.
Yeah, that was just a silly song, but
yeah, but you know,
but if you want to listen to some really good Genesis, listen to the double album Seconds Out. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite Genesis of all. It's quote unquote live, I guess, but man, I tell you, I play that all the time.
I got to go with Calling All Stations. Was it the one that didn't have Phil Collins on it?
Wasn't that the guy who fronted like Foreigner at some point or something?
I don't remember what the guy's name was. Something Wilson, wasn't it?
Yeah, Wilson.
Ray Wilson or Roy Wilson?
Yeah, I think it was Ray Wilson. I think you got it right.
Yeah, I'm looking right now to see what this guy's thing
was. That was
like
1991 or something? 91 or 92, somewhere around there?
Ray Wilson. Where's Genesis? He was in Genesis 1997.
Was it that late?
Yeah, that's when Calling All Stations came out. You know, yeah, he was in, he was in his own band. I guess he was just in his own band. He was in Stiltskin. Remember Stiltskin?
No.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, that's it. And he collaborated with a bunch of people, but yeah, no, I'm kidding. My favorite is definitely Abacab by a lot. Or Three Sides Live, if I'm allowed to pick a live album.
Well, yeah, Three Sides Live was great, but again, I like the bridge between the Peter Gabriel era and the Phil Collins era, because on Seconds Out they perform a lot of the Peter Gabriel area, but they also perform a lot of the the new era with Phil Collins.
Right. Well, I guess that's why we're all different, because everybody likes something a little bit different.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
Keep your suspicions. I've seen that look before, but I ain't done nothing wrong now. Is that such a surprise?
It is.
Yeah, it's a surprise. You're here illegally. What are you doing?
So you have done something wrong. You came over illegally.
Yeah. I haven't done nothing wrong now. Is that such a surprise? Yeah, it's a surprise.
Yeah, especially when it's a lie.
Yeah, you're up to no good.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, probably came here with no money, no way of supporting yourself. Chances are you're probably going to steal something.
Yeah. Now, why would you say that, Neely?
Because it might be racist to me, but that's true.
Next thing you're going to say is that they're greasy-haired beaners.
And Jesus, Neely, you're great on the cusp. Next thing I'm going to say is that there's a high probability that they might be dealing drugs.
Right now you're just being wrong here. Come on, dude. These people, they're just looking for the same advantages as us.
Yeah.
You know, same things. Why would you disparage them like that? It's no fun being an undocumented citizen.
Exactly.
It's
undocumented non-citizen.
Being an undocumented citizen. You're going to have to wedge that in there for the remake.
I've got a sister who'll be willing to oblige. She will do anything now to help me get to the outside.
So he's whoring his own sister out.
I wouldn't mind sticking his Mexicana Latino sister in the pooper.
Yeah.
Why not?
He's got a sister. She's willing to oblige.
Your sister sucks my cock. I'll let her cut my fucking grass. No problem.
She's willing to do anything to help him get to the outside.
Well, I got specific requirements that'll help.
Right. So he'd whore his sister out in order to get, what he wants.
Of course, yeah. That's what you got to do, apparently.
Okay. You're on the up and up. Why are you so afraid of anybody telling anybody what you want to do?
I'll flip that fence and I'm gonna run away from you.
Yeah, if you in one line you said you're not doing anything wrong now, but yet you want to keep it on the down low.
I wonder if this is actually an anti-illegal alien song.
I don't know the answer.
Like he's really trying to point out all the reasons that they're fucked up.
Yeah.
Because that's what this sounds like. It's like a spoof on how fucked up their excuses are.
Exactly.
If they find out, you know that they'll never let me through. Because it's no fun being an illegal alien. I tell you, it's no fun being an illegal alien. And it's getting me down. It's no fun being an illegal alien. No, it's no fun being an illegal alien. Yeah. It's not much fun being an illegal alien. I tell you that it's no fun being an illegal alien. I tell you it's no fun being.
It's so funny that all of them are singing in that with that
That
effect on their voice.
Neely, I want to agree with the chat room, and I want you to title this segment "Suck My Cock, I'll let you cut my grass."
Okay.
I want you to. That's a perfect name for this segment.
You suck my cock, I'll let you cut my grass.
There you go.
Okay.
That is I didn't realize that everybody thought that was a funny line.
It
but
is a
since they
funny
did,
line.
I think that's appropriate for YouTube since they're going to ban this video anyway.
Yeah. We're going to be demonetized, pal.
No, we're already demonetized.
I know.
We're unmonetized.
Yeah, I'm doing the Mark Dice thing.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, you know what's not fun?
Being an illegal alien.
How did you guess that?
I was just guessing. I thought for a minute that what's his name? Carl Kennedy wrote those lyrics, but from the Rods.
Exactly.
Remember that song that just kept repeating the same shit over and over? This could be the follow-up.
Exactly.
Holy smokes.
Anyway, the veteran band will kick off their last Domino tour in Dublin on the 16th of November. They will also play shows in Liverpool, Leeds, Birmingham, Belfast, Manchester, Newcastle, and Glasgow, as well as 2 nights at London's O2 Arena. I'm looking forward to doing it, said Rutherford. I worked it out, and we've only done 2 shows in the UK in the last 28 years, so we haven't overworked it. Founding members Peter Gabriel, who left the group in 1975, will not be taking part. Guitarist Steve Hackett will also miss the shows. Peter left the band 45 years ago, and he's been trying to live it down ever since, said Banks. When they put live it down.
Why?
I don't know. It's like, boy, did I make a big mistake leaving Genesis.
Yeah, but he's the Sledgehammer.
Yeah, but he's had a very successful solo career, so I don't really get that.
Has been that successful? What else did he do? What's his other hits?
Oh, he had Nico and Fly. What was that called? Not Fly Like an Eagle, but
Fly Like an Eagle. No.
No. It's similar to that though.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of his at all.
Yeah.
I always thought it sucked. I was glad when Genesis
he had Shock the Monkey.
Oh yeah, Shock the Monkey.
Yeah. But he had a pretty successful solo career mostly through the 80s.
Right.
You know, his obviously Sledgehammer was the big one because he had the benefit of MTV.
Mm-hmm.
He had some good videos and stuff, but you know, he did okay for himself.
Oh, I'm sure he's not broke.
No, he did okay as a solo artist.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got $100 million or whatever. All right. Well.
Peter left the band 45 years ago. When they put his birthday in the Times, they always say Peter Gabriel, Genesis singer, and I think, what's this guy been doing since then, for God's sake? Really? Banks said it wouldn't make sense to bring Gabriel back because most of the songs people know came from the departure, but added, we love Peter. Of course you do. Very politically correct statement.
Of course.
Collins, whose voice was croaky after recent illness, said that the set list was still coming together. There are songs that you feel you have to play because the audience would feel cheated if you didn't. There are a few old dogs that won't be running, he added, saying songs that were based more on my drumming would be dropped. The singer arrived in Radio 2 with a walking stick, which he has been using since his back operation in 2015, which left him with drop foot.
Drop foot.
Drop foot.
Thought he played guitar for Sons of Apollo.
Rumors of a reunion had been circulating since Collins and Rutherford performed together in Berlin last June. Earlier this week, a photographer of the 3 members appeared on Genesis' official Instagram account with the caption, and then there were 3. Genesis stated life as a progressive rock band in the 70s, but a series of, let's see, how's this go? Genesis started life as a progressive rock band in the 1970s, but after a series of lineup changes, they transformed their sound and became one of the most successful mainstream rock bands in the 80s. They recorded 15 studio and 6 live albums, selling more than 100 million records.
Jesus.
While scoring top 20 hits with songs like Invisible Touch, Turn It On Again, Into Deep. The band last played...
This awful songs. Into Deep and Invisible Touch. Those are not good songs.
I know. It's all the latest stuff that this author mentions.
Invisible Touch. Come on.
The band last played together in 2017 to mark the 40th anniversary of their formation at the Charterhouse School in Surrey. Those shows mixed their hits with the more expansive experimental material from the 70s album, like Selling England by the Pound and The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Collins announced his retirement in 2011 after nerve damage left him unable to play the drums, but he returned to the stage in 2016 following his back operation. That prompted speculation that Genesis might later reform, but Banks shot down the speculation in 2018, saying that getting everybody in the same place at the same time is impossible. Speaking on Wednesday, the musician said Collins' live comeback had been the catalyst for their reformation, and Phil has been out on tour for the last 2.5 years, and it seemed the natural moment to have a conversation about it.
Yeah, before he dies.
Exactly.
Got to get it in.
Exactly. And before we leave the show tonight, speaking of dying, I guess Kenny Rogers passed away yesterday.
Knew when to fold him.
Yep. So one legendary song writer, singer, gone.
Well, see ya. I liked Kenny Rogers. I listened to him. I listened to Kenny Rogers' greatest hits on my dad's 8-track.
Did you?
In his car. Oh yeah, my dad had the Kenny Rogers. Dude, he was hybrid country. Of course, my dad had that 8-track. You know, with Lucille, you find time to leave me, Lucille.
Of course.
And the song with what was the song with Dolly Parton?
Islands in the Stream.
Islands in the Stream, and of course the Gambler. And Kenny had some hits.
He did. He had a lot of hits. He had several lineups that he was part of.
He had a really weird look at the end after he had some awful plastic surgery.
Terrible plastic surgery.
Yeah, he was in the Mickey Rourke school of bad plastic surgery, that's for sure. But, thoughts and prayers. Rest in peace, Kenny. There. Is that our tribute?
I guess. I mean, I know the Kenny Rogers songs, and I liked his chicken.
His chicken.
Yeah, Kenny's Rogers Roasters.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I like this chicken.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave you with some Kenny Rogers.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I figured you'd leave us with some Genesis, not Kenny Rogers.
I'm going to leave you with some Kenny Rogers. Why not?
Well, why not?
This was featured on one of my favorite movies, Big Lebowski.
Okay.
And this is just dropped in to see what my condition was in. His condition is dead.
Yeah, his condition is not breathing.
Yes. So we're going to get out of here. We'll be back next Saturday. Everybody stay well, stay calm. Don't do something stupid.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Relax. Do your part to save the world.
Yeah.
By sitting on the couch.
Yeah. Don't take the advice of the Burt Show. Listen to your good friends, SNeeley and Chris.
That's right.
All right. Well, we're going to leave you with Kenny Rogers. I just dropped in to see what my condition was in, which is 6 feet under on a slab.
That's it.
So until next Saturday night, this is SNeeley along with my very good friend
Riz Aiken.
And we're gone.